Here with the Plate Scrapers.
Yo.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Can you tell me about the song you just played?
Well, that's a song written by Andrew Jordan here on the guitar.
That's me. Yeah, that song came to me as I was driving around in my truck back from band practice or gig someplace, I believe. And I was thinking about something my grandfather had told me about. He used to be a truck driver, and he said that your eyes get red and your mouth gets dry after eating too many truckers' aspirins, which are little white pills that make you just drive right on through the night. So I thought that was a cool slang term, and then I wanted to write a song about it, so I did that.
Do all of you write? Who does most of the writing for the band?
Do a little bit of, I write some songs, Andrew writes some songs, Brett's got a few. And then we collaborate on a lot of stuff together as well.
And you guys will be headlining for the Frederick Music Showcase. Are you excited about that?
Yeah, we love the Weinberg. Weinberg's a really fun place to get to play. It's definitely, this will be our third time playing there, so it's feeling good.
That's one of the things that most people who have played the showcase have been in awe about playing at the Weinberg and thought it is an honor. But I guess for you guys, it's just old hat at this point. Or is it just
We
as
still
special?
like it. We still like it.
We look forward to it for sure.
So all of you have grown up in Frederick?
No. I grew up outside of D.C. and then have lived in Western Maryland for like 20 years.
Yeah, my brother and me, we both grew up in Hagerstown, so not too far from Frederick. We've always grown up going to shows there and playing music there as well. It was kind of the cooler place to hang out.
Who are your musical influences?
Kevin, you got any over there on your side?
Got a lot. I like a lot of jazz. A lot of country, old country, Ray Price I could listen to all day. Mingus, jazz guy.
Yeah, it's cool. We all kind of have different backgrounds. Like, it's really cool having a really awesome jazz bass player in a bluegrass band. Derek and I grew up playing in metal bands, so we kind of have that aspect. And Andrew used to be a drummer, and Jody is just a musician that's been a lot in the jam scene and other different flavors as well.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to be able to combine those and put them together.
What are your favorite locations to play at?
We do a good bit of touring over the past 4 years, so we've had the pleasure of playing in a lot of cool places. Definitely the Weinberg for me is one of my favorite. We played down in Asheville a good bit. We just got to play down there at Pisgah Brewing, and that was a cool spot. And we played the State Theater up in Chambersburg. That was a pretty awesome room to get to play as well.
What about the Weinberg do you like so much?
I don't know. It's just got that big theater vibe. You know, when you walk out on the stage there, you definitely get the feeling you're like, okay, we're not in the corner of a room and people are sitting and watching us. So it kind of like puts the pressure on a little bit in a good way, and it just sounds really great in there, and you get that whole theater vibe.
Yeah, and people are there to listen, instead of drink beer and watch baseball or whatever on TV.
Different vibe that way.
Not that there's anything wrong with baseball.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Who are some of your favorite Frederick local bands?
We got one there, Brad.
Oh man, what's the Old Indian? I like them, man.
Oh, yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah.
And
They're not around anymore.
We're old
thanks
school.
a lot.
What does 2018 have in store for the Plate Scrapers?
Oh, we got a lot of good stuff coming down the wire. We're doing, of course, the Frederick Showcase on February 15th at the Weinberg, which is going to be awesome. We're doing a little tour up north the beginning of February in Vermont, Massachusetts, and upstate New York. And then also we're going to be at the Blue Side in Frederick on January 27th.
Yep.
January 27th.
So tell me a little bit about how the bluegrass scene is right now.
Why don't you answer that, Andrew?
It seems like it's pretty wide open, honestly. They've got, guys that are doing stuff from strictly traditional sounds and feels and songs to, kind of some stuff like we're doing, kind of far out, incorporating some rock and roll sounds and different feels and vibes to songs. So it's pretty sweet in the way that the, kind of multiple music scenes are kind of collaborating and kind of swirling together a little bit to come out with some pretty cool songs and cool sounds.
And you guys had said you were kind of all over the board of your musical experience. How did you settle on forming a bluegrass band?
Basically, kind of me, Brett, Andrew, and I were kind of getting together with a bunch of friends, kind of just picking around at people's houses, learning songs from a handful of different kind of bluegrass old-time musicians, and just were having a lot of fun with it, and decided to kind of explore it a little bit more and book some gigs. And these guys have joined us for past couple years, have been with us, and it's been good.
Yeah, festivals do it too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I live in Cumberland, Maryland, and we have Delfest up there. So, you know, when you get a festival that comes to your backyard and is there every year, you know, has a way of planting a bug. You know, I'm playing a lot of blues and rock and things and funk bands and stuff, and then all of a sudden, you know, next thing you know, you're playing more stringed instrument, acoustic stuff than anything. So.
Bluegrass festivals are really good for jamming and just meeting other people. It's crazy. Like, I've been to, you know, bluegrass festivals where you're sitting around a campfire jamming and look over, and one of the main guys that just came off stage, you know, is just hanging out around the campground playing music, which is something I haven't seen in, you know, the kind of more rock and roll, indie, punk, like festival stuff like that. You don't really have that kind of vibe.
How long have you guys been together?
4 years or so.
Yeah.
Going on 5, I think, and these guys have been with us for about 2.
Almost 2, yeah.
Do you feel like there's a resurgence in bluegrass right now?
I would say so.
Yeah, it's on a high wave right now, I'd say. You know, it's always been there. You know,
It's kind of getting a broader kind of umbrella. When people say bluegrass now, it can mean a lot of different things, like kind of what Andrew was saying about how there's a lot of different varieties of stuff. It's not just the traditional, you know, guys playing around one mic playing a bunch of Bill Monroe tunes and stuff.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you guys for coming in. I hope you had a great time.
Well, I just ate a whole bottle of the trucker's aspirin. Yes, and I got the feeling that I'm gonna be